I won't bless that guy, that son of a
that son of a that poor son that poor son that
son of a bitch. Wibbity wobbity wee! It's the Procrastinators.
Canned intro. Okay, so what are we talking about today?
Canned intro? Are you gonna
Canned
put an
intro.
actual? Are you gonna put an actual canned intro? Or are you just gonna say that?
I'm sure Eleazar will cut in one of the many canned intros. You know, we actually recorded every Procrastinators podcast like 4 years ago. We had a big session. We recorded every segment we could ever need. We predicted like news and stuff that would probably happen. We recorded different versions for different alternate futures, and we said, you know, whenever this inevitable historical thing happens, just throw that segment in, mix and mash them up, Eleazar. Create episodes in the future, and so that's just pull one of the many hilarious intro jokes that I made and insert that in there at the beginning instead of me saying canned intro, which would be a really really embarrassing way for an episode to begin.
No. Here's the canned intro. I'm gonna record it, and then you put that at the beginning.
Okay.
Wibbity wobbity wee! It's the Procrastinators.
Another banger. Another banger in the bag. Another banger with mash. Yeah.
So good. People love it. They can't get enough.
They can't get enough, and that's why we make the big bucks. That's why we make the big podcast money. That's why we're a bunch of coked up New Yorkers with the podcast.
Hey, Ben.
In case you were wondering why that's the case. Hey.
What's the fuck?
What the fuck indeed? What the fuck indeed? I was saying a minute ago before we started recording that I have to keep it a bit short today because basically as soon as the podcast ends, I have to run over to Munchie Kazi's house for Friendsgiving.
Oh yes.
I have to get there early because I have several dishes. I I am bringing that have to be prepared on site. For that
turkey brains and all that.
I will tell you, I have some secret dishes. I have one bacon wrapped Brussels sprouts, a classic, but you know they can't carry them over there. I have to cook them there. They would get cold immediately. Last night I prepared them. I wrapped the I bought the sprouts at the local bazaar, at the Russian bazaar, and an old Russian lady, as I'm picking Brussels sprouts out of the thing, she turns to me and she says, oh, very good, those are very good, yes, very, you like those? These are very good. And I'm like, yeah, I love these. Gonna make them for a late Thanksgiving. I said. She said, you cook? Oh, you cook? And I said, yeah, a little bit. And she seemed a little bit like, oh, but then she walked away. Oh.
You do not strike me as the type to cook. You look like a slob. You look like
American
a disgusting
accent.
Yeah.
And your pajama pants and your yeah. You look like a fucking idiot. So those are great. And then my favorite of their many desserts from their fine Russian dessert menu, the same display case where I tasted bird's milk, which Mage told me about so many years ago. If you remember our conversation about bird's milk, they have it there. They've also got dulce de leche waffle cake, which I really like. So I'm bringing that. And then the third thing I'm going to tell you this because this episode won't be published until after I've already gone, is one time Anthony Munchie, was walking through there, and he noticed something that he found really funny, which was a freezer display containing something he described as Siberian ravioli. And he thought Siberian ravioli sounded really good. I went back and I looked for it. Turns out it's not Siberian ravioli. It was Siberian dumplings. But I mean tomato. So I'm also bringing Siberian dumplings.
What is the filling of a Siberian dumpling?
I think it said it's like veal pork chicken.
Siberian tiger.
I think it's just little. They do look like ravioli. They're just little round ravioli things with like a veal pork mash inside. I don't know. Probably pretty good. They just got to boil those in a pot.
Sounds good.
That's gonna be pretty funny. Everyone's gonna be like, "Whoa, the long prophesized Siberian ravioli!" Like, hell yeah. So I can't be late. I can't be late for that, obviously. Yeah. We had I had actual Thanksgiving at my parents' house. I posted on Twitter. Last week I said my dad got COVID, or at least he tested positive for it. This week I just posted a picture of me at Thanksgiving. He is testing negative. He's fine. Very relieved about that. But I did take the opportunity to hit up the Patreon, the Pro Crastinators Teespring.
Yes.
And buy him an I Have COVID shirt. Eleazar, please post this. Please. Well, here, I'll get the tweet. I'll grab the tweet for you. Here's my dad.
Yeah, I saw that image and the I Have COVID shirt. It took me a while to remember that was a shirt that we sell.
Yeah, of
it's
course.
So normal and boring, but it's like it's perfect because nobody would think you have to be into a obscure podcast.
Yes, exactly.
to have a shirt like this.
Link in the description, right? We have a link in the description.
We have something. We have like a Teespring, like something or other merchandise.
We have a
link.
page. Yeah. If you want to have your very own, be cool like my dad and have your very own I Have COVID shirt.
It's so like dumb. I love it.
Yeah, it was like genuinely when my dad was like tested positive. I rubbed my hands together and I said, "Yes, a marketing opportunity has presented itself," and here it is. It's paying off.
What did he think of it when you gave it to him?
He, I sent it to him a few days before it arrived, and then I didn't look at my phone the day that it did arrive, so I don't see his like immediate reaction. But he when I saw him for Thanksgiving and talked about it, he seemed very amused by it, and I was like, okay, good. I'm glad for that.
Yeah, it's certainly a good shirt to wear if you had recovered from it. I think
yes.
if you got it and then you died after, it would
if you died of
weird.
It, I wouldn't want to be buried in it. It's not that good a joke.
No,
but
never.
no, but it's close. No, I want to be buried in something really funny. Not just a little funny.
Like dog shit.
Yes, exactly. Looking at my Twitter replies, how mad should I be? Very. Okay, that's fine. That's good. Oh yeah, you don't have Thanksgiving. They didn't invent Thanksgiving.
No,
over there, and it hasn't.
We didn't
figured out how to do it yet.
That was an American invention.
Yes.
I mean, you don't have Guy Fawkes Night though, so.
No, we don't have Guy Fawkes Day or night. Right, I was just gonna say everyone complains about turkey, and it's they're all pussies. It's fine. Everyone says, "Oh, turkey's bad. Nobody eats turkey except on Thanksgiving," and the reason is because it's not actually any good. It's just a tradition, but it's not actually a good meat. It's fine. It's totally fine.
I think in terms of like poultry, if it counts as poultry, it is like chicken is the best. And then it's like turkey and duck afterwards. Duck's a bit too fatty, I feel.
I like duck a lot. I mean, nobody eats sliced turkey. I eat turkey sandwiches all the time and buy cold cuts. It's great.
Turkey curry's good as well. That's a good
never had
like
that.
a Christmas like leftovers thing is to get like the turkey that you didn't eat and make a curry out of it.
That's really interesting. We have turkey at Thanksgiving. We make turkey sandwiches. turkey sandwiches with like stuffing and cranberry sauce on them are the traditional like leftover.
We do that as well at Christmas.
Turkey
it's really
curry?
Just the same thing.
That's funny.
What was so funny about it? Well, I guess
curry
in general in America.
I think
we just
don't. I think we just don't make curry that much.
Yeah,
I never
it's
had
the
it
heavy
up.
Indian influence and
I guess
all that stuff.
I guess so. I saw them eat curry in anime, and I thought it was like a funny foreign food.
Fucking weirdo.
Yeah, that was my exposure.
Fucking animation lover.
When Naota eats this Little Prince curry brand that's too spicy in Fooly Cooly, I was like, I can't possibly relate to this, whatever is going on here. This doesn't make any sense.
I have had like a Japanese curry before, like from, I don't know, like a Chinese restaurant. They have like, all sorts of things. We can do Korean, we can do Chinese, we can do Japanese. And they have a Japanese curry, and it's like very different from an Indian curry.
Yeah,
I don't know exactly why, but like the spices used are different, I guess.
I've gotten like a curry mix, like a block that you break into pieces and you like cook in the pot to like season it. The brand I usually get is called Golden, and I think it's Japanese. And the thing about Golden curry is that it comes in various spicy levels, like mild to medium to hot to very hot, and they're all not spicy at all. They're all total bullshit. It's sad. It's a bit of a disappointment. I wanted that Little Prince experience of the curry being too spicy.
I'm wondering, could you even get like a curry takeaway in America if you wanted one?
You would have to go to an Indian restaurant, I think.
Well, of course, but like, how many are there? Are there like one or two in the whole of Boston or something?
I mean, in the whole of Boston, I'm sure there's quite a few. There's probably like one Indian place like in my neighborhood.
Right.
I don't know where. I mean, they're around. They're not super common. They're less common than Chinese.
I would wonder if the Americanization has taken effect on Indian restaurants, and if it's different from UK Indian restaurants. Because there's a lot of really good Indian restaurants in the UK. I like me a fucking Madras.
I don't even know what that is.
Fucking Fall. Kichiatori. There's all sorts of words that I've heard in passing.
A fall Ichiatori?
No, a fall. The fall is like FAAL.
Oh,
like
I don't
a really
know
hot curry.
I don't know like what that is either.
You would order like a lamb or a chicken, and then the name of the spice, the sauce. So like a Madras is like is a pretty hot, pretty spicy. I like that one.
I actually had Indian food. Last time I had Indian food was for Crack's birthday, which was like 2 months ago, 6 weeks ago, something like that. Yeah, I know. What do I know? I know mango lassi. I know naan. I know tandoori.
Naan, yep.
Tandoori, I might know one or two others.
How many words do you know?
Tikka masala, of course.
Tikka masala, yeah. The tikka, I think it's the tikka that means like a drier sauce. Like it's not like a creamy sauce. It's like a sort of marinated
like a rub.
Yeah.
I
think that's what that means. Because there's like some sauces are nice and dry, or like sort of oily, and some are like really creamy.
Live for a creamy sauce. if you know what I'm saying. I was saying I think I was maybe talking to Kazi about this, because I remembered telling someone we were talking about eating slop, and I said like the best slop you can get was like, I was like, you never been to an Indian restaurant? Like they got some great slop there. Because half the time when I order something in an Indian restaurant, it comes in a side bowl, and it's some sort of unrecognizable slop, but you put it on your rice and it's delicious. And they all look the same, except maybe like slightly different colors. Like sometimes it's a little greener and sometimes it's a little redder. But either way, you slop it on your rice and you mix it in. It's great.
Were they talking about being slop sensitive?
Slop sensitive. That does ring a bell.
That's something they've said before. I don't know whether that means they like slop or
have they
like
said slops. Lol.
It's funny. I feel like I am
think they
slop
did say
sensitive. If there's
Not
too much
me.
slop, if it's too sloppy, and if you could move it around with a spoon and it goes or something, then I'm like, oh no, I don't want to put that in my mouth, even if it is good.
I do.
I need some texture, some crunch, some.
I'll take your leftover slop.
No, what I'll do here's a tip, like a fucking cooking tip. Like I know what I'm talking about. You get like this is not so much an Indian thing, but you get like a chili con carne, and maybe it's too sloppy. Maybe it's too much slop in there.
A classic problem. Oh, you got your chili con carne, but it's too sloppy.
It's too sloppy.
Black and white footage of a housewife like picking up a spoonful of it and like shaking all over the place and like it's slopping like, over the sides of the spoon. I can't hold it in.
There's not enough meat. There's not enough kidney beans or like rice to soak it up. So it's like it's just slop. Get some Doritos. Yeah. Crunch them up, throw them in.
You could probably use any corn tortilla, right? Any chip. Yeah.
It's really good.
That sounds pretty good, actually. I'm not slop sensitive. I actually think my favorite thing to eat is a slop. Mashed potatoes, I would call a particularly viscous kind of slop.
I would say that's...
You would not call that sloppy?
I would not call it sloppy, because it can stand on its own. It's like it's an independent food. You can make a mountain out of... If you can make a mountain out of a food, it's not sloppy.
Okay. But anything that I can just literally shovel into my mouth. Like, dig it with a spoon and shovel it in. Put the plate up to my mouth and open my mouth and just push volumes of the food into my waiting maw.
The way that every anime character eats when they don't want to actually animate eating in the show. Just like, I open mouth and finished.
And just
I'm gonna be a shonen battle.
Not even move my teeth. Not do any chewing. Just push. Use the spoon to push food to the back of my mouth to my continually working, tonsils and uvula. In the back, just glugging it down the tube.
Just chug it. Chug that slop.
Chug the slop. That's what I like to do. You know what I think? I'm thinking 2022. We're having slopsgiving. Only slops.
We're gonna do like a Radcon, but like a new version of Radcon, new branding, and the only thing we're gonna do is do slop streams. We're gonna stream making and then eating slop.
Yes.
And we're gonna have a slop fight.
We have a suggest a slop like mailing anonymous tip section. Send us your slop. Show us your slop.
Alright, obviously you wouldn't know. I don't know why I started saying, do you remember, like, because this is a British thing. Dick and Dom in the Bungalow, right?
That sounded racist.
No. Dick and Dom in the Bungalow.
Dick and Dom in the Bungalow, okay.
Yeah, there's two TV presenters, comedian duo.
No, I've never heard of this.
Yeah, of course. It's very... It's obscure to everyone except British kids.
Okay.
Only British kids would understand. And, like, 2000s, 90s British kids.
Dude, Gib, remember the Mohegan Sun? Remember,
I gotta pretend I know. Yeah, sure.
Place to play, you can play every night. In a city by the sea, you can play every day. Surrounded by luxury, step back in time. Come along to the new Newport Grand. Oh, you wouldn't know about Newport Grand radio jingle. That's specifically the southern Massachusetts
stupid.
Providence area.
Sounds like an idiot would like that and remember it.
It's like it's just a radio jingle for a casino that is around here. Anyway, yes.
Yeah. So Dick and Dom in the Bungalow. It was a Saturday morning, like, I can't even describe, but like children. It was like a game show and like just a chaos show. Dick and Dom. They had like wacky like.
Wait, was this on the radio?
No, it was on TV.
Okay.
So Saturday morning show, they would be wacky presenters and they would have cartoons play, and they would be in this Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Not Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Who's Pee-wee? I know
Pee-wee's Playhouse.
Pee-wee's Playhouse. A Pee-wee's Playhouse-esque house. And they would have a bunch of kids who are rowdy as fuck. It's the most rowdy thing you've ever seen.
Thrashing? They were thrashing?
They would often be really badly behaved and throw things and scream, and it was a nightmare, but it was great because as a kid you wished you were there.
Absolutely.
And at the end of every show, they would have like a fun...
At the end of Evangelion.
At the end of every show, they would have the Muck fight. What would they call it? They had Creamy Muck. This is what they called it.
Was it Mukbang? Did they call it the Mukbang?
No. They had buckets of like custard and slime and slop and various gross things. And they would have like a slop fight. And they would throw buckets of Creamy Muck all over the place, and slime would dunk, and the kids would throw it at the cameramen, and Dick and Dom would throw it at each other and all the kids, and they'd be like screaming. It was the coolest thing ever. I love that shit. We should do that. We should do Ben and Gib in the Bungalow. We should get a Bungalow.
Ben and Gib in the Bungalow's Creamy Muck battle. Is that the title of the episode? I'm thinking we got our episode title right there.
We gotta do it. I think there's a bunch of episodes on YouTube. It was like 2 hours from like 9 a.m. to 11, where they would have this fun game, segment where it would be called Bogies. Bogies being like
boogers?
Boogers, yeah.
Gross.
It's the British word for booger.
I remember because when Hermione sticks her wand up the troll's nose.
Troll bogies.
They say troll bogies, yeah.
Yes, that's why golf is really funny, because they have bogies in it.
That's right. I don't know what they are, but I know that they're there.
It's when you go 1 over par or something.
Oh, okay. I was gonna write something. I just had a thing I was gonna write on my things to bring up in conversation list, but I forgot. But it's okay, because Ben and Gib into Bungalow and the Creamy Muck battle is better. So, okay. What are you saying?
Bogies, where the two of them would go into a place that's usually supposed to be quiet, like a library or like a public place that's like people are just doing things, and they would candid camera, like secret hidden camera, be there, and they would play Bogies, which was a game that caught on, and that I have played with my brothers.
Did they invent the game, or
they invented the game? The game is that you have to say bogies out loud, one after the other, and the second person has to say it louder than the previous one.
I know this game. Wait, there's
no way.
Maybe
it's called something else. Maybe they didn't invent it. I don't know. But that was the thing. I remember a lot.
Obviously, I didn't. No, the version I've heard is you have to say sex. You have to say sex as loud as you dare to say it in a library.
That's crude and rude. That's not good. Saying bogies is better, because it's like people don't really know how to react to bogies being said very loudly. It's sort of like it's innocuous enough that people aren't going to tell you off, but they're going to give you a weird look. Yeah, and they do this.
A lot of weird looks when you play that game, I would imagine.
And so, yeah, that is a game I've definitely played multiple times with my brothers in like an art museum, or like I don't know, just a place where it's quiet and it's awkward. And it would be like, wouldn't it be really fucked if we said bogies? If we did the bogies game.
So fucked up.
It'd be so fucked. Memories.
Was that... So that was like live when you were a kid. That was going on back then.
Dick and Dom in the Bungalow.
The Bungalow. It reminds me of like I don't know. There were various like live action shows on like Nickelodeon that had like cartoon segments in them. Like what was that one? Oh fuck. There was one with like a puppet called Bonesy. Do you know you ever see that one?
I don't know.
Oh, jeez. So. But there wasn't Salute Your Shorts. Hold on. Bonesy puppet.
When they had the underpants dance. It was where you, cause underpants Y fronts. You would put some underpants on your head.
Y
everyone
fronts? Like briefs?
Briefs. Is that not a term? Y fronts?
I've never heard them called Y fronts.
I think I've heard that before. I've never said it before, but yeah. You put underpants on your head and you dance.
Wienerville. Wienerville is the show I'm thinking of.
Like the
live
dog?
on it. No, probably like a hot dog. Like the snack. Anyway, okay, whatever. That's just a different show. And continue.
I didn't have anything else. I was just sort of remembering the underpants dance.
But how did we even? Did we get here from COVID?
Oh, everything comes from COVID.
It all
COVID's
comes
the
back.
great new thing, the hot new trend.
It's pretty big. I wanted
Did you
to
hear
ask
about the new variant, the Omicron?
Yeah, I've been seeing Omicron on Twitter. I think was the last variant. I think was Lambda, and that one kind of didn't go anywhere. That one sort of just nobody really cared about it after a while.
Yeah, it wasn't a viral success.
No, that one didn't catch on. So I mean, hoping Omicron is the same, but I mean, I guess we'll see. Because the news is like they found a new variant. Oh, is it vaccine resistant? Oh, is it like
Yeah,
does it circumvent the human immune system? Well, I don't know. Maybe
the articles, and it's all just like there's something new. Scientists are unknowing; they don't know anything, but we should be scared. Maybe it's like I'll wait. I'll wait until it's actually some
I'll
data.
I'll wait until the article says like, yes, the Omicron variant is coming for your children, and it is vaccine resistant, and it does circumvent the human immune system, and it will fuck you. Then I'll be like, shit. But not until then.
I care obviously about like the fact that new variants are still happening. But in the short term, I just care about it not being a problem until after I have visited in January.
Yeah, I saw there were some like South African travel restrictions, and I thought, wouldn't it be really funny if like they put some new travel bans on the UK like right before Gib was going to come visit, like again.
I just want to fucking hang out.
I know. Well, no use worrying about it.
Yeah,
until
if it happens, it happens, and hopefully I can get a refund. But whatever. Yeah. Fucking sucks. Yeah. Dude, did you know this COVID virus is bad and I don't like it?
Nah. It's like less than 1% fatality rate though.
Oh, that's
it's
okay.
Like it's just
that's
like
good.
A cold.
In fact, that's better than it not existing.
It's like a cold,
And as we all know, it gets cold in the winter, so it's really just part of nature.
I looked. I heard my dad tested positive, and I was like, oh fuck, how scared should I be? And I looked it up, and like, I looked at the stats. I looked at the stats for his age bracket. Did it stop me if I talked about this last episode?
I don't think you did.
Okay, well, I looked up stats for his age. I looked up like survival rate for his age bracket, and the survival rate for his age bracket was like 1 in 20, and I was like, that's not great. But then I was like, okay, but there are mitigating factors here. He's at the young end of his age bracket, like he's just barely in the like 60 plus. It's like 60 to 80, right? So like an 80-year-old is going to be a lot less likely to survive than a 60-year-old. And also he's double vaccinated, and also he's got no underlying conditions that are like respiratory in nature, et cetera, et cetera. And I was like, okay, so he's probably actually much more likely to survive than merely 1 in 20. So like, but still, if I had like a 5 or a 1, if I had like a 5 or a 2 or a 1% chance of dying, that's still very upsetting. I've rolled the 20-sided dice and gotten a 1 before. So, it's not good, but it's like, okay. I think it might have been a false positive though, because he said he didn't have like any symptoms at all, and it was gone in like a week. So maybe it was a false positive, or maybe it was just like he just barely had it or something. I don't know. It all worked out. We'll never know. Omicron. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't. They haven't. I haven't actually found any positive statements. They must probably think that maybe it's bad because it's like become very prominent in South Africa or something.
Yeah, there's a bunch of African countries that are like on the red list because of it. To the UK.
That must make them think it's probably a pretty bad variant, but I guess we'll see.
I don't know how these things work with regards to like information dispersal.
Yeah,
like journalists.
I mean, I would have to see like, well, I mean, is there some other reason that like a new variant could have done it in these countries? Like, were those countries like extremely relaxed about their, about their like?
Well, a new variant can
lockdowns or whatever
can come about for reasons of like people not being vaccinated enough and stuff. It's really just like how bad the variant is, because variants are always going to happen as long as the virus is still alive and able to like reproduce through people. New
variants are inevitable, but like if
a scary new variant is like, I don't know if that's this yet.
If one becomes like the dominant variant, then it makes you think like, okay, well, this one must behave differently. This one must maybe this one behaves differently in a way that is like, okay, it gets around the vaccine, or it does something or other.
The thing that I'm thinking though, this may be just like random speculation, not scientific, not scientist. Disclaimer.
This is medical advice.
No, but like the fact that it's coming up in South Africa, I'm not totally sure how the vaccine situation is in South Africa, but like a lot of the wealthier nations are hoarding vaccines. They're not really giving them out freely, so I have a hunch that if a new variant
is one of the more wealthy countries in Africa, I think, right?
Yeah. But I would be more scared if a very heavily vaccinated country came up with a new variant, because that would imply that the vaccine is not effective against stopping that, or like it evolved to counter the vaccine or something like that. I have no, like, it's just a guess, but I feel like coming from South Africa, it's probably going to be the vaccines that we already have will do most of the work in stopping it. Still got to be careful, of course.
One would hope. One would hope.
I'm not gonna drop my guard because I think that, but it's just sort of like it's not making me lose sleep, I guess.
Wow.
Not
so
yet.
The percentage of the population fully vaccinated in the United States, it's not even 60%. That's
embarrassing.
Sucks. That
Actually,
sucks.
let me see the fucking UK.
South Africa. I'm looking up South Africa. Come on. No, I was looking at the wrong graph. The percentage in South Africa is... Haha, what's there so backwards and African? That's South Africa? I bet theirs is a pathetic 60%. Oh, fuck. Oh, 24%. Okay, that's not great.
Yeah.
So
it's really just a case of money. Like,
I thought
the
South
vaccines
Africa
are being made
was like
in...
pretty like westernized, pretty first world. But maybe like it's just parts of it that are heavily infrastructured. I don't know. I know hardly anything about South Africa.
I don't know what they have in terms of like the world stage, like markets and trade and stuff. I don't know how wealthy they would be.
Yeah. Wow. So yeah, only 24%. So okay, that's not great. That could explain something.
I'm looking at the fucking vaccination rates. Oh god, there's not a single number. It's just like a big list of information. I don't want information. I want quick facts.
Well, I do see some articles here. One from the Wall Street Journal that says Omicron variant highlights risks of low vaccination rates in poor countries.
Well, yeah.
Washington Post says Omicron variant symptom of vaccine inequities. Yeah, so seems like these people are saying like, yeah, it's because the vaccine is not. It's almost like sharing the vaccine with everyone would mutually benefit all of it, every country.
It really annoys me that there's going around like, oh, get your booster shot on top of the second half of the vaccine. Get your booster shot now, because we have the ability to just give third shots in the UK, don't do that. Please just send vaccines to everywhere. That's why variants exist. They're constantly being made.
But they're not the same
I don't
shots,
know
right? Like a booster shot is not the
same
thing. Or maybe it is. I have no idea.
I don't know. But like the fact is resources being spent on a third booster, a third like jab, that is largely unnecessary as far as I know. Maybe it's for like very vulnerable people need it, but I don't know.
Actually, I hate to burst your bubble, but actually, I was disappointed to see that the resistance rate actually drops off like fairly precipitously. Like you're like 90-something% like protected from like becoming seriously ill with COVID if you're double vaccinated, but like 6 months later, it drops to like 50%, and it just keeps dropping. So it does do some. I mean, you're right that like distributing resources evenly is probably better. The boost, I want my booster shot, and I think I just became eligible for it. They said I had to wait 6 months since my second shot, and I got my second shot on May 26th, and it's the 28th today. So I just became eligible 2 days ago. So I should go get that, I guess. I mean, since they got them.
Yeah. Well, whatever. I guess I'll get mine if I get a like text from the government saying, "Hey, get your fucking jab, you idiot," and I'm like, "Fine, I'll do what you say." God. It's free, so like yes, I guess why not? But like,
yes,
I
sir,
still frown about it.
Mr. Big Government, I love the
love big government. I will do anything to support my queen.
As a Democrat, I am slavishly devoted to the state and big government. Yes, I will do. I do. Pray to Dr. Fauci, my little Fauci shrine, every single night. Wait,
I didn't. Fauci.
Pocket Fauci. I did look up what is the UK vaccination rate.
I tried to find it. I think.
Wait, I have a graph
90,
here.
What is it? 50 million people, more than 50 million have been received.
I thought you were going to say 90%, and I was going to get mad.
Well, it said part of the...
Oh, I found it.
With almost 9 in 10 of those aged 12 or over having had a single jab, and 8 in 10 having had a second.
Fully vaccinated, according to Google, it's 68.9%. So yeah, you guys have like about 9% more than we do. So that's embarrassing.
But this thing on the BBC is saying 8 in 10. That's 80%. That seems
for both jabs.
For both.
Yeah, that's different than what this Google graph is telling me.
Well, I'd assume it's more likely the lower number.
That's fair.
Although
there
are quite a few like vaccine idiots in the UK as well.
Yeah. The UK, okay, the United States as a whole, just under 60. UK, just under 70. Massachusetts, though, 70.8. So, I read a little Twitter thread. I may have mentioned this because it made me happy. I read a little Twitter thread where a European guy was saying like, "Hey, Americans, tell me what state you live in, and I'll tell you what Europeans think about your state." And I scrolled down to find Massachusetts, and he was like, "I think we like Massachusetts. I think Massachusetts is sort of like a little pocket of Europe over in America. Thumbs up." And I was like, "Yes, fuck yeah! I hate my fellow Americans. I hate my fellow man."
It does feel very similar, especially in how cold it is sometimes.
That's true.
To places in Europe I've been.
New England has worse. Okay, my understanding from things that I've read is that New England has worse weather than Europe, even though much of Europe is further north, and it's because of like the Gulf Stream keeps European weather a little bit more moderate, whereas in New England we get like really cold winters and really hot summers.
The UK,
you wouldn't think we get hot summers because of how north we are, but we do. We hit 100 degrees once in a while.
Yeah,
Fahrenheit. So
the Gulf Stream is what stops the UK from literally being like an ice block.
Oh shit! You there?
Yes, I spoke.
Sorry. Headphones fell out, but I caught it. I need a better cord.
You motherfucker.
It's always something.
You just need to get an ear trumpet or something.
Yeah. Yeah. What were we talking about? Vaccines. I love it. Oh, wait.
But here's something I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Have you heard that the Queen is in a cocoon and she is going into a new state?
Yes, I saw those bizarre headlines saying she's entering a new phase.
A new phase, which is
whatever the fuck that means.
It's definitely like they're trying very hard to be truthful,
not to say that she's
not
dying.
to say she's dying, because that's what else could it really be referring to if she's in the hospital and she's going into a new phase where she's it's a
where
good
we won't
phase,
see her
though.
for months.
Yeah,
it's just a new phase. It's just a new phase.
She comes out. She's got like a goth makeup and the earrings.
Was it coronavirus related that she's in the hospital?
I think she's just very, very, very old, and now her husband is dead. So
yeah, right.
Her emotional rock is gone, and now she's like, "Fuck it, I just want to die." And I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah. Yeah, true though. True. Same though. Yeah.
I also want you to die.
I did see those. I felt nothing. I feel nothing about the Queen.
She had like a place in my understanding of what my country is.
Yeah.
Like it's like, oh, the Queen's cool because she's got crowns and stuff, and now I'm like, why does she have crowns and I don't? What the fuck?
Childhood is thinking the Queen's cool because she wears a crown. Adulthood is wondering, where's my crown?
Exactly.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
So I'd be interested when she dies of what happens. What ceremonies are they do? How many trumpets are there going to be?
Do they blow? I think they blow. They like let smoke out of like the tower, right? They let like white, like black smoke when she dies,
that's
and then
the
like
Pope thing.
And then the council convenes and they vote on the new queen, and then they put white smoke out, right? No, okay,
no,
okay.
It's gonna be Prince Charles will be crowned the king, which will be interesting, I guess. So God save the king. We're gonna have to say.
Is he the one that married that American woman?
No. That's his son, Prince Harry.
Harry's the one that wore that Nazi Halloween costume, right?
What?
I swear. He
did. Prince Andrew?
Wait.
The weird sex guy?
Weird. Dude, I want that guy to be king. Please make the weird sex guy king.
Prince Andrew is like a friend of Epstein, sort of like weird controversy motherfucker. But Prince Harry...
Really?
That in Prince Harry.
No,
Nazi.
it was Prince Harry apologizes for Nazi costume. I mean, it was when he was like a kid. Yeah.
Why did he do it, huh?
Wait, so Harry is the son of Charles, right?
Charles, yes. Charles was married to Princess Diana, I think, and then he married someone else. After
he married this
Princess Diana died in a very funny accident. It was really funny.
Wait.
We're still laughing about it.
No, this is the lady who I was thinking of. Yeah, I'm pretty sure she was born in America, and so people said she could technically run for president. Like Prince Charles's wife could run for president, and I think some fucking like K-Hive Warrenite psychopaths were being like, oh my god, the Queen of England should run for president so we could finally have a woman of color because she's like, I don't know, like half Lebanese or some shit. I don't know.
What are they? Is she like the only woman of color that they've ever heard of?
Any woman who could in any way be described as not white would do. Put that butt on the seat in the Oval Office, and they'll go, progress.
They'll say yes, queen, because she'll literally be a queen.
They will say they will elect Crown Queen Meghan Markle as a president of America, and they'll literally say yes, queen, and then they'll be like, we did it, and then they'll forget about politics again. Just a very funny But yes, this is the woman I was thinking of, because I saw interviews with her like earlier this year or last year. They had some kind of PR kerfuffle where like they had like an interview with Oprah or something, and they said some weird shit, some weird unrelatable rich person shit.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly. The thing with Harry and Meghan is that they have left the royal duties of the royal family, and so Harry will, I think, not like he's like given up his heir to like throne-ness, and he doesn't have to go to like royal events and smile and wave anymore because he didn't want to do that. He is like living in the spotlight your whole life, I guess.
He's the rogue prince.
Yeah.
What a badass.
But he's still super rich, and fuck that guy.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, he said some shit about like sorry, he's like sorry I got canceled, but no, I'm not racist or anything, so fuck you. Uncancel me, please. I don't remember, something like that.
It looks like such a lazy costume. I'm looking at an image, and it's just a t-shirt with the "it" printed on it.
Yeah, I mean, he looks like he's like 16. So,
yeah, weird. What a fuck.
Charles, the Sun headline: Charles rages at Nazi Harry. In doghouse at Highgrove after huge row, ordered to pay private visit to Auschwitz. Son, to punish you for dressing up as a Nazi for Halloween, I'm gassing you. You can see what it's like. Based.
Crazy. Yeah, royals are insane. The only reason people like them is because the media says, look how cool they are, and everyone's like, yeah.
It's
because they're cool and rich and impressive, that makes me cool and rich and impressive by being associated with them by country.
There's a great little comic by a little Twitter artist I follow. They're called Red and Black Salamander. Wait. Is it 9mm? Their Twitter @ is 9mm ballpoint. They're called Red and Black Salamander, and they have a comic they did. It's like a big like top hat capitalist guy in like a castle, being like, look how rich I am, and then all the peasants are all like, where's ours? What about us? And then the second panel is he just draws a line in the ground around them all, and then he goes, look how rich we are, and they all go, hey, yeah, and they have guns and they're defending the border. Lamau, pretty good. Point made. Shit, what was I gonna say about that? About being Harry being some rich guy? We know that the reason they like the royals, we know because from CGP Grey, is because they technically generate tourist revenue. They're actually good for the economy.
Yes.
So there.
And we know from Sean that isn't necessarily true.
Yeah.
That was the first big, like, oh my god, CGP Grey's flawed. Wow.
Oh my god, CGP Grey said something that was a little cringe.
And then more recently,
what else has he said that I believed but that was cringe? Oh no.
More recently, I don't know who it was, but one of the many popular city infrastructure YouTubers was doing like a CGP Grey's take on self-driving cars being the way of solving traffic is dumb, and here's why that's dumb. And I'm like,
yeah,
oh, shit.
I've seen his video about self-driving cars,
and it's like, no, don't use cars. Fuck cars. More trains. Like, he sort of missed the obvious solution.
Yeah, and on my corner of Twitter, everybody loves trains. So. At the time, I remember thinking like, what he was saying made a lot of sense. But now I'm more. I've never liked cars, and like politics, right, have leaned me even further into the position of like, it's not just a me thing. Fuck cars. Cars are a social ill. Actually, public transit and rail is like, it's actually just better. It would be better if more people used it.
And also that if more cities were built to accommodate people using it, because I've also seen a lot of stuff about like how cities in America, certain cities are built for the car, and to such a point that there's almost nothing but roads. Like, everything is so spread out because of the amount of roads they need to build.
A lot of cities, especially smaller cities, are just not walkable at all. Yeah, you're basically expected to have a car to get anywhere.
It was always weird, like when I first came to Virginia for Radcon 1, and I saw how flat everything is.
Virginia sucks. Yeah. I hated living in Virginia, and I in hindsight I think this is why. It's not a place built for foot traffic. Even like Richmond, like there's no like subway system in Richmond or in Virginia Beach proper. You have to have a car.
Yeah.
Or you're just fucked.
It was very like, are we going somewhere? Well, there's only 2 cars. Mm-hmm. So if people are out in their cars, you have to stay at the house. I didn't really have anywhere to go, regardless, but like it was a bit weird.
Not to harp on it or anything, but this like when Trixie moved to Boston, she had a bad time for a number of reasons, but among them was that she was like, oh, my friends live here, that we'll be doing stuff. But then in practice, like, she never left her house. She never took the subway. And part of that, I think, was just that, she grew up in Virginia. She was in a car family. Her dad was like the BMW dealer, gave her BMWs and stuff. And living in Virginia, you got to use the car. So she was not open to the possibility of subway.
I remember
transit.
I remember talking about it being like driving in Boston and finding a parking space that's not expensive was a nightmare.
Suck. It is a nightmare.
Like, yeah, that's good. I'm glad it's a nightmare because it means people
but there are
will use the train more.
Alternatives. But there are alternatives, but she did not take to those alternatives. Although which I think is pretty cringe, but in her mild defense, she did live way down south in Braintree, like almost as far out of Boston as you can be and still like technically be on the subway. Yeah, it still would have been a bit of a hassle to get the train, to get like the bus and the train into the. It probably. I'm gonna estimate like walking to a bus stop, taking the bus to a red line stop, and then taking the red line into the city probably would have taken her at least 45 minutes. So a bit obnoxious, but like doable. But she never even tried. She did not even know that buses like came near her house that would take you to the subway. When I was there, I had to inform her. She was like, "How are you getting home?" And I was like, "I'll just take." I looked it up on my phone. A bus comes like just a few blocks down from here, and she was like, "What? But the buses come here?" I was like, "Yeah, they come almost everywhere." Yes, walkability. Highly valued. My dad's a car guy. I'm not a car guy. I don't like him. And now I have political reasons. Now it's not just a me thing. now it's personal.
Yeah, I've never had a car or like done my license in order to be able to drive. I've done a few lessons, but like I've always been like,
not getting their
why
fucking driver's license?
Whatever. I guess I should do that. But like, I never needed it. There's a train like to anywhere in London.
Yeah.
And there's a bus to anywhere local. It's like it's really easy to get around.
That's fair. Like Cassie never got their driver's license, and I think for the same reason, like they just take the subway everywhere. But then like Michelle also is like never gotten her license, but like she doesn't take the subway. So what's she thinking?
Wait, she lives in Virginia now, right?
Well, it was in Cincinnati, which I don't think has a subway system, and now she's in Virginia Beach, which definitely does not have a subway system. Not like a robust one at all. Not one that actually like gets you around.
She lived in Hawaii, didn't she? Initially, that's where she's from.
Where you also a place where you need to drive everywhere. I've heard people say that about Hawaii, that you have to drive everywhere. There's definitely no subway in Hawaii. Maybe there's some rail. Maybe there's some light rail here and there. I don't even know.
Can you hike over through the jungle?
I mean, it's a small island, but it's not that small. It's not like you can just.
You can have a Pokemon journey adventure.
Can you just walk
halfway?
Can you just walk across Honolulu? Or wait, is the main island called Hawaii?
I don't know.
The major city of Hawaii is Honolulu. The main island is either called Hawaii, it's called Honolulu. What? I don't know.
Yeah, I think the largest one would maybe take the better part of an entire day if you walked like straight through it in a straight line. But maybe I'm stupid and I don't know actually how big it is.
Well, I mean, it's mountainous terrain, so it would not be a straight shot. Like walking through the middle of it, I think would be quite difficult terrain to walk through. I'm just trying to find like a scale map here. Like how many miles across is it? This is such a simple thing I'm asking you, Google. Why will you not? Okay, it's like 50 miles. It's like 50 to maybe like 75 miles across, depending on how. So yeah, you could walk 50 miles in a day. It would be a hard day's walk, but you could do it. But not like across a mountain. Maybe if you walked all day along the beach, you could get like most of the way across one of its edges.
Hawaii volcano? Yeah, I'm just looking. I'm just looking at it. Funny.
Oh yes, I was right. The main island is called Hawaii. I was right. I'm a genius. Okay, Honolulu
Hawaii,
is
Maui,
on a different
Oahu,
island.
and
Kauai? So kawaii.
Molokai?
It's so kawaii.
Kauai and Puai.
Crazy. Those crazy natives with their crazy gobbledygook.
Hawaii
terrible.
means family.
Does it?
No.
Wait, that's the Lilo and Stitch thing, right?
Yeah. Lilo and Stitch means family. Remember that.
Okay. I will. Thanks. Let's see. Something on my list here.
I guess it doesn't really need mentioning. But the podcast has officially ended.
This was on my list. I saw this mentioned in my Discord, and I was like, "Sound a bit, it's a shame." My first feeling is like, "Oh, that's too bad." My second feeling is about time, because it's been like most of a year since there's been one.
It fucking really been more like 6 months? When was the last one?
I think so. I recently saw a screenshot of Mumkey doing his his One Piece videos, and he had the running tally, right, of like days since the last podcast, and the last time I saw it was at like 240 days.
Well, we were going for the full 365.
Yeah. So
yeah, I don't really have a statement about it, but
I was gonna say, how do you feel about it?
I think it was like obvious that we didn't want to do the show anymore. So
sure, yeah.
So it was like, yeah, let's just make it official. In the very back of my head, I've been like, if Nate came to me, this is in the back of my head, I was always like, if Nate came to me and said, "Hey, do you want to do some more podcasts?" I'll be like, yes.
Right.
But the fact that he came to me and said, I haven't been wanting to do. And it's like, yeah, me neither. Like, it's sort of like,
okay,
if one of us wanted to do it, I think the other would have. But if neither of us want to do it, why even pretend?
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Well, it's a shame. I mean,
yeah. I mean, it's just talking about One Piece, but
yeah.
I love One Piece still. I still read it.
I never fulfilled the prophecy. I said that one day I would catch up with One Piece and be a guest on podcast, and I never did. I I had a little thing planned. I was going to draw a new face bubble for myself. I was gonna draw a little my idea for when I guested on the podcast was I was going to draw a little like attached boat, like to the main boat. That would be it'd be like a little Hawkeye Mihawk raft.
Oh yeah.
That would be my little like side boat, and my little speech bubble would come out of that little side boat.
One thing I always had in my head when I would listen to like One Piece music on my MP3 player occasionally, was like, oh, what if we like animated an episode of One Piece, but it was me and Nate, our characters, our sonas, and our boat, and it would be like the way that a complicated battle part of an arc on like Skype or Water 7 or whatever, they'd have the little faces on a map, and they'd like show where they're going, and be like, oh, Nate's doing this over here with his sword, and then Gibbs over here shooting, and then it's like there's a battle going on. It's like, well, what if I just made One Piece, but for the podcast? It's like it would never happen in a million years.
It doesn't like you're not fighting battles on the podcast.
No, you're talking
about
sailing
the comic. Yeah.
I always like the idea of like having the big epic battle scene, or like implying that, and the big epic stuff, but not having to build it up. I don't want to write the beginning. I don't want to write the middle. I just want to write the big thing where they're like, oh, that's so much blood. And he punched him so hard that he's dead. That's so fucking cool.
Yes. I've been working on the big final moment of Phantom's Revenge this past week. I've been making assets for the final form of the final boss, and it's taken me a long time, but it's really coming together. I'm finally at the stage. It's not done. It's not all drawn, but I've started putting sprites into the game and making objects out of them and programming them so that like they move. The final boss is a big object with a bunch. It has a couple of little parts that move, and like I've kind of animated a little sequence where like one part slots into place, and then another part slots into place, and then another part slots into place, and like it's not timed for anything. It needs a little bit of a finesse, but it's moving in the right general way, and I'm like, yeah, that's pretty good. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. It's very cool. It's very exciting. I was describing the plot of Phantom's Revenge to my mom in the car on the way to the train station.
Oh my god, how could you possibly have done that?
Well, I can't say it because it would spoil it.
oh, right. Okay.
But
I thought you meant like from the beginning of like, so there's this internet, I guess a lol cow. Well, a lol cow is you would explain Chris Chan, and then everything is like,
no,
that would be a fucking a very difficult thing to do. I can't think of the word.
No, I just kept it to the plot of the game itself. Yeah. She asked me like, "Wait, is this about your pony?" And I'm like, "Yes. He's back. it's his big moment. Yes, Mom, he must have his revenge. It's the only way." And then I described
about your pony.
Huh?
This is funny.
Say what?
No, it's just funny. This is the idea of your mother knowing about Phantom Horn.
She does. She knows about Phantom Horn, and I had to explain to her why it was necessary for him to take his revenge and how he intends to do it.
You see, all this blood.
I mean, you've seen the demo.
To be
There's
on the
so
floor.
much blood. There's so much blood. Yes. I told her, I was like, yeah, at some point in development, I decided to make it really gruesome. And I told her about like, cutting the enemies in half and like the blood splaying everywhere and splattering and dripping down the walls and stuff. And, it's, maybe this is stupid. Maybe this is a stupid thing to feel anything about. Maybe this is just obvious, but there's something really satisfying that, the game is called Phantom's Revenge. And it is like, literally, that's what it is. Like, the process of playing the game is Phantom taking his revenge, bit by bit. And there's something about, like, something about that the name of the thing is also the thing itself that I'm like, I don't know, it's something really satisfying thinking about it. I could, man, I'm building the scene. I'm building the scene right now that I've been envisioning for more than a year. Maybe not more than just about a year. Wait, no, almost 2 years. RadCon 4 was like a year and 3/4 ago.
2020 of March. March of 2020, I mean.
So, yeah, almost 2 years. Going on 2 years, I've had this scene in my head. Man, I've been working on Phantom's Revenge longer than I was ever drawing Slime and Punishment. That sucks. What a nightmare.
It's a whole different level of work to make the game.
It is, but it's still just one moment. Well, it's not one moment. I would say that the story of Phantom's Revenge comprises what I probably would have called an arc of Slime and Punishment. And I'm sure I could have drawn it much faster than I have made it a video game. But I mean, as I'm saying this out loud, like duh. Like, of course I could have, right?
Yeah.
So it's fine. Never mind. I talk myself out of being upset. Yeah. Anyway,
What the
that's going pretty good.
If it's called Revenge, can you venge?
Yeah. Let's check out our old friend UrbanDictionary.com. Urban Dictionary. Let's look up revenge. Okay, Revenge.
Avenge.
One of the best Minecraft parodies of all time. Man, I just listened to Revenge by Captain Sparkles for 10 hours straight. Best 10 hours ever. Second definition, the sweetest joy next to gettin' pussy.
I see.
So, okay, let's try a real dictionary.
Venge or avenge, from the old French venger, revenge, avenge, punish.
So to venge means to get revenge, and so revenge is revenge.
Yeah, but
is to give revenge back.
To revenge and avenge are the same.
Yeah,
to get revenge against somebody and to avenge somebody.
It's just avenge is just the verb, right?
I mean,
or no, you can revenge as a verb. Yeah, you can revenge yourself. You can revenge yourself on someone, but you avenge someone on someone else. Like, you can avenge yourself, or you can avenge your father on a guy, but you take revenge for your father on the guy.
Oh, okay, so vengier is Old French, and that comes from the Latin vindicare? Is this like
Venge comes from yes, it has to be. It's damn it. It's the same root, the same Latin root parallel evolved one way to become English, and then another way through Greek to become a different English word. Lamau.
Well, I mean, English is just borrowing all sorts of things from Latin.
This is just like was it F and P? I think there's a Jan Measly video about like how F and P are like they're the same letter, like they came from the same Greek letter, but they went through two different like evolutionary paths, and like one stayed in the English dictionary or English language and the other one didn't, but then like we needed a new sound, so we like borrowed it back from a different language that like evolved it in a different way. Great shit. Wacky as hell.
I type in Vindicare and I get Warhammer 40k. Oh, they looked up some funny words.
Some funny words?
They were
thesaurusing?
They were thesaurusing, like, we need our thing that is a guy who kills to have a very good name that is historical.
I mean, let's
do some Googling.
That's the imperial aesthetic right there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I found this image. I found this helpful diagram. Avenge or revenge? To avenge is to get payback for the inflicted party. To revenge, to get payback as the inflicted party. This is for killing my brother versus this is for ruining my life. So
This
in case
is
you
for
were
killing
in case
my
you were wondering.
joy.
Yeah. Fuck you. Fuck.
I wonder if
Okay.
you could build a different word that has venge on the end of it, and it means to get payback for no reason.
This is to devenge is to kill yourself for harming somebody else.
Prevenge is when you throw the first punch. They didn't even do anything.
To obvenge is to kill yourself for something you did to yourself. You flip it turnways, right? You gotta
I'm
fill
about to
all four
avenge right
quadrants.
now.
Yeah. Good fucking job, English speakers of the past. You have served us well. I had something. Oh, let me tell you about a little bit of a crisis that I had when I went home for Thanksgiving. The TV was on. And we watched it's not the Colbert Report. Colbert is on the Daily Show now, or the Late Show?
I have no idea.
Colbert is Good Morning America. I don't know. Colbert does a talk show now, just like a normal talk show, and he said stuff, right? I was listening to Colbert do this broad liberal comedy, and I felt abashed for a moment. I felt abashed for a moment because I realized that all the opinions he was espousing were very similar to mine. He had the similar takes on on many things that I do. I was a bit surprised to see that he was just openly like, I disagree with the Rittenhouse verdict and all that. I thought that was more. I thought that was something that like more liberals were like, yeah, I kind of get it, but no. So I guess the mainstream liberal opinion is that Rittenhouse bad. I guess, and other things. Vaccines good. He said Elon Musk bad, and I was like, okay. Anyway, I felt a pang of like, oh no, am I a lib? Am I a lib? Am I a fucking Democrat? And then I said no. And I said no. It's okay.
Maybe
I'm not...
Stephen Colbert has like a based writer or something.
I may agree with the mainstream media on certain things, but the difference between me and them is that they are not so they're annoyed about things. They're annoyed about some things. But I want beheadings. That's what separates me from the animals.
What separates you from the Democrats is that you are Phantom Horn and you're gonna get your revenge.
Yeah, exactly. Speaking of exactly, someone mentioned in the comments that I think last week we nominated Rod Serling for the voice Grail. And someone wrote in the comments, like, you guys nominated Applejack? They didn't say Applejack. They said some funny character, and I think they were talking about Applejack. They're like, you nominated some other funny character for the voice Grail, and you have not updated the spreadsheet. And
There's a spreadsheet?
Well, they mentioned here, the comment is, this is Prince Isolation, who I happen to know just bought a copy of Road to Radcon. Which you can too, listener. DM me on Discord. Follow my pinned tweet on Twitter to buy your own copy of Road to Rat. I've got more than 50 copies left. Anyway, they got theirs. So they said, speaking of the voice Grail, wasn't there some funny character that was supposed to be added to that some episodes ago, like a Kirby or Yoshi voice or something? I'm pretty sure it was Applejack. I feel like I never saw them get added to the Google Doc in the description. So yeah, I remember there is a Google Doc. I didn't... Oh no, here it is. Yeah, under the voicemail link. Yeah, voice Grail, voice jail. Yes, here it is. Am I logged in? Can I edit this? No, I would have to log in as the Procrastinators So I will. I'm gonna do this right now.
Who updates that though? I didn't even know.
Well, no, I think nobody has updated it in a while.
But like, who did? Were you making it?
At some point, I definitely did. Okay. So I mean, here's the list. The list right now. Well, I'll just I'm gonna add Applejack. And I don't even remember the last time I actually updated those. I feel like we went a long time without adding anyone to voice Grail or voice jail. There might have been someone who we did put in jail, but I forgot. So if I forgot anyone, let me know in the comments if I'm missing anyone who should be in voice Grail versus jail.
We need to hire like a jailer and a grailer.
Sterling. A jailer and a grailer.
To keep track.
Well, Marinpan already does. He's already basically that for the Minecraft server, so maybe he could take up PCP Gailer, or I guess it's pronounced jailer, duties as well. All right, so here is the list as it currently stands. Although some of these, okay, oh no, there were some people who got freed from voice jail, ages and ages ago, as part of the
Black
bail.
Lives Matter bail fund.
Was it the George Floyd thing, or was it before that? It was around. No, it was time.
It was the riots. It was that time.
Yes, it was the voice bail fund. So the voice bail fund did get a few of them out, but it didn't get everyone out. And I'm pretty sure that Lost Tape Archive and Lol Pussies But Here Eating with Spoons, who I believe was a alias of Teen CP, and maybe all of these actually. I think all of these were on the bail list, but they didn't all get bailed. Only a few of them did. So there we go. In case you were wondering, good old racist Forrest Gump, just sitting pretty, saint anointed in the realm of the voice Grail, as he deserves.
Classic character.
Yes.
Man, remember
right.
Margar? What have they been doing?
Well, not making voicemails, and good riddance, because apparently, I mean, they ended up in jail, so they must have done some.
I remember them shitty. Just like being kind of boring.
I remember. I think they were. Was it just that they were making too many and they were too long? Did we just complain about that?
Something like that. And then
I remember
we snapped.
Yeah. I think Margar made like pretty decent voicemails, and I thought they were good, but then I think they got too big for their britches, and I was like, I've had enough. I've had enough of you. Die.
Wait.
Yeah.
What about Erarare with the prepare for the bear and all that? Were they never grailed?
I don't think. I mean, they might have been, and I could have forgotten.
I don't
remember Grail.
I think they should get a voice Grail at this point. Those were really fun.
That's fair. Yeah,
they started to get a little weird and like confusing. But I really liked the first one.
I didn't think they were weird and confusing. Well, but I thought that they had. She had done everything you could do with them, basically. They were kind of starting to get repetitive. But, okay, I'm okay with, like, a retroactive voice grailing for... Well, I mean, I know that they're Erarare, but did they make the voice calls under a different name? Did they make the voicemails under...
They had a poetic
Prepare for the Bear?
titles. Yeah. Prepare for the Bear, I think it's... The bear...
the bear saga. Minimum? All right.
The bear maximum.
Should I put her in as Erarare or Prepare for Bear?
Prepare for Bear, because that's what it started as.
Okay. Prepare for Bear. Okay, here we go. All right, that makes sense. A retroactive grailing. Because I think we just forgot about the Grail for a while. But it's an integral part of PCP lore.
Yes.
Commenters, if there's anyone missing who should be here, let me know. But that's all I can remember at the moment. All right. Well, I'm glad that's sorted out.
Yeah. Well, I guess I got nothing else to talk about. Speaking of voicemails, do you want to get to voicemails?
I had 2 things on my talk about list, and both of these are things that I forgot to talk about last week, and that just stayed on the list since then. So I got to mention them because they're on my list. I have to do it. Grilling cheese. There's cheese you can grill. It's great.
Wow.
That's it. It's called halloumi. It's Greek, I think. Just throw it on
like the white, like rubbery, not rubbery, but like wobbly sort of.
It's a bit rubbery. I mean, it's a very firm cheese.
Yeah, I think I've had some of that before.
It's grill
like
it.
Really good on to have like a halloumi salami.
A halloumi salami.
Halloumi salami. What a wonderful phrase. Like you could have that as like a thing with like a, I don't know, a breadstick. I'm trying to think of when I've eaten it before. I think I've seen it where my dad had like a Italian, like he had the Italian flag. Halloumi made up the white part, and then there was like pepperoni or salami is the red part, and then tomatoes is the red part, and then something else is the green part, and I forget
basil?
What that was. No, it was something that you could pick up a piece of it and eat it.
Gosh, could be so many things. Cucumber? I don't know.
Nah, it would be Italian. I can't remember.
What do they have that's green in
Halloumi's,
Italy?
Halloumi's is like
marijuana. Oh, marijuana.
Yes,
marijuana
huge
pizza. Flag of marijuana. Yes.
Do you imagine fucking a marijuana pizza?
I have. There's
Italian.
no doubt at all that people have done it. 100%. I've never had it cold. I've only ever eaten it pan fried, and it gets stringy. It gets stringy and chewy, much like a mozzarella stick almost. It doesn't quite fall apart. It gets a little soft, but it doesn't fall apart. You can eat it with your fingers. It's so good. It's so good. It's one of my new favorites. That I've been buying from Aldi. My other thing is I bought a bunch of I was looking at other stores. I've talked about seltzer, buying every different brand of seltzer water I can find. Well, I was looking at Hannaford, and they had a bunch of keto ice creams. They have different brands of keto ice creams than I usually get. I usually get the Aldi kind. It's called Sunday Shop is the brand. This one had a more recognizable brand called Halo Top, and I was like, based. So I ordered 5 pints of different flavors of keto ice cream from Halo Top, and they all suck. They're all bad.
5 pints, you say?
5 pints. They're all bad. The thing about the Halo Top keto is that they're all very like fluffy in a way that I dislike. It sort of is like eating. It's a little bit more like eating like Cool Whip than it is like ice cream.
My first thought is that it's like when you go to make a snowball and it's powdery instead of sticky.
It's not.
It's just sort of unsatisfying.
It just doesn't. It's not. It's fluffy. It's not creamy. It's not creamy like you want ice cream to be. It's just kind of airy, spongy. Like it's okay. Like Cool Whip is fine, but it's not the optimal ice cream experience. So
it's not indulgent. It's not like.
Yeah,
like
it's hard.
It needs a like a.
It's hard.
It's not
to
sloppy
explain.
enough.
I mean, fluffy is fine. Like fluffy is fine for what it is. It's just not what I'm. It's just not the consistency I'm looking for when I dig into a pint. So I was like, ugh. It has better macros. Like it has less. It has even fewer carbs and more fat than the Sunday Shop brand, which is good, which is what you want. But it just doesn't taste good, and I don't want to eat it. So what's the point? Nothing. Okay, yeah, had to touch on my groceries list here, so everybody knows what I've been snacking on. Although I'm not keto right now, because I mean, I had to do Thanksgiving, and now I got Friendsgiving today, so like I was like, fuck it for the weekend. Whatever. I'll get back on it. I'll get back on it until Christmas after this. Okay, that's all I got. You want to do voicemails?
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I think the last one last week was Rod Serling, the Crypto Zone. So I think the first one this week is called Trixie, ? You ready?
I am getting to the thing.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm ready.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
Who is this Trixie you keep yapping about? Surely you're not talking about me, the great and powerful Trixie. I trained all my life to earn that title. What did she ever do to become a witch? Golden Witch, what does that even mean? What's so gold about her? You've got to be kidding.
Trixie the pony is getting uppity.
Gold. Demon souls. Gold. It's corrupt. It's evil.
Trixie the Golden Witch. She spins gold into whatever else she's selling.
She spins gold into what is it?
Into Geek Studio. Lol.
It's the opposite. Is it? It's not Cinderella. Who is it that spins flax into gold?
I don't. I'm thinking of not Rapunzel. Sleeping Beauty, who could spin her hair into gold or something.
It's the girl in the Rumpelstiltskin.
Oh.
The girl in, what is her... I think she doesn't have a name. She's just the miller's daughter who can spin flax into gold. Or straw. No, straw into gold? Okay, Wikipedia says it's straw. Whatever. Some versions make the miller's daughter blonde and describe the straw into gold claim as a careless boast the miller makes about the way his daughter's straw-like blonde hair takes on a gold-like luster when sunshine strikes it. Okay. Whatever. Weird thing to say about your daughter.
Yes.
I guess it makes sense. I guess it's not that weird.
Yes, but Trixie the Golden Witch... Her magical spell is that she turns gold into something that is not valuable.
yeah. Into rap. Into raps.
Into Bitcoin. Into NFTs.
Yes! She spins gold into NFTs. Have you been seeing her NFT takes?
I've seen a few of them.
She's really...
predictably embarrassing, but whatever.
She is very... I mean, she said as much in that one tweet where she was like, what if I minted the Asterisk War Sucks series as an NFT and sold it? What would happen? What would be the consequences of such a thing? Well, you might, in theory, get a bit of money if you sold it, and someone else would get a digital receipt on the Ethereum blockchain saying you bought the Asterisk War series, and that is the end of what would happen. She's clearly thinking. She's clearly thinking, how can I monetize this NFT thing? Yeah. Stone Toss made $2.5 million or whatever selling flirks. How can I, Trixie the Golden Witch, pull a Stone Toss and make $200,000 to buy an RV or a truck or whatever it was that she wants these days? Always thinking. Okay, next one is called Virgin Crypto versus Chad Stocks. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ben, why don't you just buy fucking stocks or something? You can literally get dividends from them. You don't even have to sell them. You'll get paid for owning a stock. It's fucking awesome.
That is true.
I've heard,
people
have told me this before, and am I just stupid for not doing that?
I mean, the stocks can devalue, but you still just get dividends for having them. I've had a few stocks on this trading app that I got. I'm like, oh, wow, fucking Green Energy UK, their wind farm energy. I'm like, I believe in that. I'll put some money in. And it has consistently gone down in value. I put in £20, isn't it? Nothing. I was just sort of interested in trying it out. Yeah. But I still get dividends of 25 cents every so often.
Minerva Doublecast, when she was on, she said, what was the kind of stock that was it a market index fund? I think she said was the most stable stock that like only go up. She had, I think that was it. And I don't know.
At least I have the moral high ground for investing stocks into green energy. I feel good about that, even though it's not really worth much.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the point of it, is like, if you believe in a thing, you buy stocks, and so that they have money or something.
Well,
the money you put in becomes like some sort of a good thing for the green energy, and that's all that matters.
Or I mean, you could make money doing it. I mean, optimally.
Well, sure.
One would hope.
Yeah. But like the way to make money is like to put it into Tesla or something.
Something you think. I mean, something you think will go up.
Chicken nuggets.
I mean, Tesla. Like Bitcoin, Tesla go up, but it can also go down. Bitcoin has been going down a bit recently, although it could just be what they call consolidation before another spike. Who knows?
I feel like the Bitcoin really is like a chump like thing. It's just stocks but worse.
Yeah,
because you could lose all your money. With a stock, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's the same, but you still get paid. You get paid like interest for having it, kind of.
Like the ideal investor who bought Bitcoin early. I mean, indeed, they have their investment has grown a lot, and they've made a lot of money doing it.
I mean, it's kind of the same as buying a stock before it blows up. If you invested in Disney before Disney was big or whatever strange thing it would be.
I'm saying, yeah, people definitely have made money buying, for instance, Bitcoin. But that does not guarantee, this is the critical error that some people make in assessing the value of crypto. That does not guarantee that it will continue to be the case that like an investment in Bitcoin will, quintuple in the course of like 2 years or whatever. But I talked a bit about like crypto and NFTs. Oh yeah, another Colbert. Just like, I guess it's just standard liberal normal opinion to just think NFTs bad. Good for them, I guess.
Yes, I mean it's definitely good that it's laughable on a somewhat mass appeal way.
I was a bit gutted, not gutted. I was a bit like, to be like, I do share a lot of opinions with this mainstream media Democrat. So I guess I kind of see where the far right psychopaths are coming from when they call people like me, libs and Democrats, and don't distinguish any further than that. I guess from a skewed enough perspective, I could see why I'm the same to them. And I'll just have to reckon with that. Anyway, what were we talking about? Stocks? I am a fool. This voicemailer, yes, I am a fool for not having my money invested in something. In the last year or two, I have been thinking about where to invest my money, and I just haven't come to any final conclusions about it. I should have, probably. It should be in something, instead of just sitting in fucking Bank of America making fucking 0.5 APY or whatever dog shit they give me. So maybe I should just get something. I want it to be liquid. I want it to be somewhat liquid, but also I want it to be making at least some returns. This is the conundrum, I guess.
It's confusing. I definitely need to look into it a lot more, because at the moment I know barely anything.
Like they say that like one of the most secure assets you can buy is government debt. Government bonds are, I mean, nothing is ever 100% certain in life, but it is as virtual a certainty as anything is in investing, that like the United States dollar will continue to be roughly as valuable as it is. The United States will not default on their debts. So I was like, maybe I looked into bonds, and I was like, well, okay, maybe I could put some of my money, maybe a fifth of my money or something into bonds, and I wouldn't have it for 5 years, but 5 years down the line I would get it back. And I was like gutted to see that like the return on that, it's only like a few percent. I was like, really? Like I basically just give you my money and I don't have it for like years, and I get it back, and the gain is like 3%? I was expecting it to be like 10 at least. This doesn't seem like a lot.
I mean, I suppose it's better than it slowly losing value by just sitting in a bank. Right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is true. Yeah,
like it may be worth that just to offset if you're not planning on spending that large amount of money all at once or in the near future.
I thought I could get better than that, but like I don't know, maybe that's the best I can get. I don't know. I was disappointed with those figures. But I don't know. Like I've looked into it a bit. I should have looked into it more, because I should have figured out something to do with my money by now, and I haven't because I'm stupid. Okay, next voicemail is also called Trixie, this time with no question marks. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey Ben, Trixie posted her what's your favorite videos on my shitty channel, and the top blow comment said, "Oh, you mean all the ones you privated? You fucking idiot!" Lol. By the way, you're gay.
Lol. Yeah,
True, I guess.
I think I saw that she posted that. Yeah, it's like which of my videos. Like, which of my videos do you wish I didn't deprivate? And like, I guess the idea is like she wants to deprivate the privated ones.
The people want to see.
Which like fucking duh. Like of course you should do that. Of course you shouldn't have privated those videos in the first place. Obviously it fucked your channel. Obviously it was always going to fuck your channel, and everyone could have told you that, which I did tell you that, but you did it anyway. So like obviously yes, but also like, man, fuck the people that like Tarbuck Transom or someone who, the people that worked on the archive to archive when she was like, yeah, I'm delisting all my videos, they're all going private. And then people spent like months like, finding everything and making sure it was all archived so it wouldn't be lost as she was like destroying it. And then to, 6 months later be like, just kidding. Actually, that cost me some money. So I know I made you guys do all that, but like, I'm just, I'll probably start putting it back. What do you guys want me to put back? All this stuff that I arbitrarily like took from you and like destroyed. Like, which ones do you want me to just like hit the cancel button and just undo that on? Just let me know in the comments. Okay, bye.
Manufactured goodwill. Oh, it's such a good thing that you're doing. You're bringing us back all of these things that you took away.
Thank you for giving those videos that I like that you took away for us for no reason. Oh, yeah. Artificial scarcity. This is the NFT thing. I've realized. Okay, people have all these weird claims about NFTs and like the power, right? Because people say, oh, environmental concerns. Oh, it's hurting the environment. Oh, it uses too much power. And then NFT bros go, no, it doesn't. It just doesn't. And I'm like, okay, if you say so. So I don't know. I don't know. I can't really argue the environmental point. People that don't like NFTs say it uses tons of energy. People that like NFTs say it doesn't. So I don't know. But it doesn't matter, because what I really hate about NFTs is not that. That is an incidental reason that I hate them. I hate them just for what they are and for what they represent, which is they're artificial scarcity imposed on the digital realm. Tom had a tweet recently where he said blockchain technology is good, but just NFTs as they currently exist are bad. And I was like, no, I don't think so. I think the blockchain is just inherently bad. The blockchain just exists to create digital scarcity where none existed before. The blockchain is just a tool for yeah, for that. It's just a new way to create digital records that are more indelible than ever before. And I genuinely think that's nothing but bad. I genuinely don't think that anything good can come from it.
I think people, when they say that, they're only talking about the currency side of it. Like, blockchain, I don't really know too much about what the blockchain literally is. The fact that it can, like, prove that a certain IP address or person owns a thingy, which is allowed NFTs to exist. That's stupid, because NFTs are, like, art trading, but in a way that is not necessary because it's digital. But currency is a little different, I guess, if that's the technology it's using. Because to prove that somebody has currency, so that you can't just copy paste money and pay for it, that it's necessary for the digital currency to have legitimacy of any level.
I still think it's bad. Even for, I think cryptocurrency is just bad. It's just a more
that
It's
I
money.
Like the idea. I like
money,
the idea,
which is bad, but it's a more concrete. It's an even less malleable concept of money. It's a more rigid, indelible, concrete, form of money, which is just worse.
Yeah, the people, I think that the sentiment I understand of like, government and freedom, and what if we had a currency that was separate from the whims of the government, who sometimes are people we tried to elect the other person, we got this piece of shit. Sure. And it was like, so I get the sentiment behind it, but it's sort of like the root cause of the problem is money as a concept itself, rather than who controls what the currency is valued at, or whatever. Like, people think that by having Bitcoin, problems that are money related will be solved, but that's not really. No, it's not really because the problems come.
It's still just
from.
Money. It's just money, but more. It's just money, but like less fluid as a concept and less evenly distributed, and just worse. It's just money again, and worse in some ways, in my opinion.
Yes.
So yeah, I've yet to see anything good that the blockchain can do at all, and I don't think there is anything. But maybe the
blockchain I've yet to see like a thing that is like, or like a very solid argument for the technology of the blockchain in the digital space.
It's not,
or in life in general, because like
here's what I think. I feel like the blockchain is a solution. It's not a solution to anything. It's a solution to its own problems. Like there was no. I mean, I guess if the problem is like, how can I get in on the ground floor of owning like a new currency that will perhaps become the dominant currency one day, then yeah, blockchain is a great solution to that, or Bitcoin may have been a great solution to that, and it has worked out pretty well. If your problem is how can I avoid paying taxes, then yeah, I guess the blockchain is a solution to that, but it's not a solution to any real problem. It's an individual solution to a problem that is global,
I guess.
Yeah, it's
in many countries.
People sometimes particularly brain dead evangelists talk about Bitcoin literally as though if only every person in the world had just invested in some Bitcoin, 10 years ago, then now everyone would be rich because everyone would have, because Bitcoin went up, number go up, and so everyone would have more money and be wealthier. Like, they talk about it as though that were the case. Like, Bitcoin solves poverty by allowing anyone to buy it and number go up and become rich, and if you didn't do that, it's your own fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like,
yes, there are still poor people, but all of those people who are poor now, they deserve it because they didn't buy in. So now it's actually good.
Yeah, it's just the same again.
Yes, it is.
What if we could become the kings? What if we could become the royals instead of the ones that are already in power?
What if Biden had a little
What
accident?
if fuck you, I got mine? What about that?
That is a tempting off. That does merit further consideration. Haven't thought about getting mine, whether anyone else does or not. But there's a theory. Okay. Next voicemail is Son of Marowak. Are you ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1, go.
So I'm just gonna throw out an idea for a guest. How about try getting the Gaming Brit, Shaymay, and or B-Mask? I know you've had the Gaming Brit on once before, and I know that the three of
Did
them
we?
are pretty damn good friends, so I figure if you can get one, maybe you can get the other two. I know that Gaming Brit is a pretty busy guy, so maybe you wouldn't be able to get him, but maybe just throw it out as an ask, like, can any of them make it to the podcast? Like, it'd be pretty cool to hear all three of them on one podcast. If not, just throwing it out there. You can call me a super stupor pooper scooper for even suggesting it, but I just thought I'd throw it out there.
Did we have the gaming Brit on?
The Gaming Brit was on because Nate was like kind of associating with him or something. They were talking. Because Nate's not on, I don't think the Gaming Brit would pay attention or like say yes to anything like that.
I don't know. I don't really know much about the Gaming Brit. I do like Shaymay. I'm in Shay's
Is Shaymay
Discord.
the Scottish guy?
Yes. The 7-hour Pokemon.
Yeah, that guy. Okay.
I like him. I'm in his Discord server. I've barely talked in there, but I'm in there. I probably could ask him. I don't know if he'd be interested. But I would like to have him on if he wanted to come on, for sure. Yeah, man. And I don't know who B-Mask is. I've never heard of that person. Sorry, B-Mask. It's good. Shaymay's a good suggestion. I would like to maybe talk to him. He seems cool. Next voicemail is called VVV. 3, 2, 1, go.
They're conditioning our kids with Pokemon. I was just playing the game, minding my own business, and I found Shellos, Gastrodon, the slug Pokemon, in the underground. Yerks, the slugs in the underground. They're conditioning our kids to think it's okay for these slugs to be in the underground. They'll think they're friendly. Put their balls on them. Let them inside them. We're not safe. They're already among us.
So slugs are just Yerk propaganda.
Sluggo.
It's just like Carl Pilkington said. Like, we've already got snails. What do we need slugs for? They're just redundant.
They're homeless, Ben.
They're just Yerk propaganda. They shouldn't be here. Yeah, they're homeless.
They're homeless.
Well,
they
deserve it.
We need to
eradicate
our
them.
bodies as hosts.
Not in my backyard. Not in my backyard. That's not in my brain hole. Gotta kick them out. Gotta send them on their way. Gotta put down benches that they can't sleep on. Gotta put spikes under the underpass. They don't let them set up shop.
Salt the earth. Salt the benches.
Salt everywhere. Salt everywhere. I eat salt at every meal just for this reason. They can't get in me. They can't get in me because I'm too salty. VVV, thanks for the warning. You know, everyone needs to be aware. This is a growing problem in our society. Slug awareness. Raise it. Next question is, which former PCP member do you miss the most? What do you think?
None of them. Ha ha ha.
None of them?
Well, define miss. Because I still speak to Munchie.
Yeah, I wouldn't pick Munchie because I still speak to him pretty regularly. So for me, if that weren't the case, I would probably say Munchie. But since it's not, I don't miss him. I guess I would say Nate, because it makes me sad that he doesn't seem to like care about stuff that me and him used to care about.
Yeah.
He's the one. Yeah, that makes me the saddest. Obviously, I don't miss Trixie. Tom is sort of around. I guess.
Yeah, I'd like Tom to be around more.
I wouldn't mind it if Tom were around more. But, you know, he's so busy with Saber Spark 64. It's just
Is that what he's talking
so...
about? Or is it just
seems...
the fact that he's doing that?
I don't know. I mean, I'm just... I guess he was already not very around. Yeah, Nate makes me sad. I don't understand what happened with him, but I don't know. I guess that's my answer. Okay, next one is a YouTube link with a timestamp. Kotaku One Piece World Seeker with Tim Rogers. How old is this video?
So I'm a cop killer now.
Oh, he said it.
He said he's
My
a
mom
cop
told me
killer.
I would never be a cop killer. She was wrong.
Why would your mom
Based.
tell you you'd never be a cop killer?
No, die.
What a terrible thing to say to your
I
son.
can jump.
Son, you'll never be a cop killer. You'll be a juvie for life. You'll never get enough slime to enlist. No, Mom. Fuck Slime Corp. I don't want to live in the rat race anymore. I'm gonna study the blade just like my hero Phantom Horn. That's what people will say after they see him coolly take his revenge, like a fucking sick fuck. Okay, well, I guess thanks for the... can we play that? Will we get copyright struck if we put that clip in the episode? It's just Tim Rogers playing a One Piece World Seeker and saying, I'm a cop killer now because he killed a Marine.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Just you put the link in the description. People can watch for themselves.
Link in the description with the timestamp 1007. Next one. The PCP is now the Dick Show, except good. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Yeah, welcome to drama. You want drama? You need drama? You got it. It's the Dick Crastinators showcast, where Trixie is the new Maddox, coming live from whatever apartment I happen to have found myself in. I'm your host, Ben Saint, the 905 Patreon dollar man. And here, as always, is my actual wholesome counterpart, Gib.
It's just like me. It's just like me for real.
This guy should take over the podcast. He's doing a better job. He's a better us than we are. The Maddox parallel is there. She made that Substack post that was like, the way she phrased it is like, I'm through being a bitch online. Like, I'm gonna be nice. I've decided to be nice.
A while ago, yeah.
But the we might, I think we talked about it a little, but the real meaning of it was, I got owned. I tried to attack the PCP and I just got ridiculed and made them a bunch of money doing it, and I'm humiliated. So I'm not going to do that anymore. So I feel like she has probably learned her lesson and will probably avoid drama, which is too bad. But I would suggest harassing her online and goading her into some sort of response. I said this before. No. I'll say it again. I don't care. I don't fucking care.
God, could you imagine if there was a lawsuit, a libel, or whatever?
Okay, well, I mean,
I don't want to deal with that.
I mean harassment in the way that is like, just like, you call it harassment if you're like a pussy, and it's just like someone says something mean to you on Twitter and you cry about it instead of just blocking them. That's what kind of harassment I'm talking about. Also, the illegal kind that I can't say that I'm talking about. No.
I feel like Trixie is
cool
not
kind. The cool kind.
I feel like Trixie is not dumb enough to do exactly what Maddox did, but at this point, it's getting closer to possible.
Yeah, like Maddox really did take it to a new level.
It was unbelievable.
It was unbelievable. Yeah, Trixie has not been quite that stupid, but like, she's made some pretty. The Who Are These podcasts was a huge backfire. So the parallel is there for sure if you want it. Does that make me the Dick Masterson in this situation? Well, I hope not. But whatever.
Leftist Dick Masterson.
Can we? Oh man, I don't know. I don't want to talk too much about it. But can we just talk about how? Can we? It just really stands out to me that Dick and everyone in the Dick sphere now is just all about Stone Toss. Like, they all love Stone Toss, and they like pay him money.
They?
Yeah, they love Stone Toss. They pay him money. They buy his flirks. They think he's great. They think he's a free speech warrior. Even the one, man. I know I didn't really like Vito, but like, yeah, Vito is also, he calls himself a liberal, but he's all about Stone Toss. He's got the Stone Toss NFT. He loves Ethan Ralph's got one. Dick's got one. Ricky Berwick's got one. Everyone in that fucking scene. They're just all about this Nazi. They're just all about this Nazi. Even Trixie is like, I want one. It's not Trixie begging for one, right?
Oh, yeah, no, I did see that.
Trixie wants a flirk too. It's like, bros. Come on, like it wasn't obvious enough already, right?
Wouldn't believe somebody saying that Stone Toss is a Nazi,
right?
Or has like they would say, nah, it's just a joke.
They would say, no, it's just a joke.
They're that, and it's like,
but like
because of that, they see no problem with anything at all associated with Stone Toss.
I don't know. I don't have to sit here and explain. Yeah, like, sure, yeah, it's a joke. It's a comic. And the punchline is you laugh at it because, like, oh yeah, it's true. The Jews really are, subverting Western civilization by encouraging miscegenation between blacks and whites. Yeah. So it is funny, actually. So, but it's just because it's just a joke. The punchline is that it's true, but it's just a joke. I saw someone, it was not that comic. It was I think it was one about trans suicide rates or something. And it was a Twitter thread that someone was saying to Ricky Berwick, like, don't you know Stone Toss is a Nazi? And Ricky Berwick was like, it's just a joke. And he made a weird face. And then, he said, bro, it's a comic.
You're just a joke.
He said, bro, that's a comic. It's satire. Like, bro, it's 3 panels. It's 3 panels. Anything you think, therefore it's satire. Anything you think it's saying, it's automatically saying the opposite because it's 3 images in a sequence.
Yeah.
That's just how it works. And then Stone Toss replies, and he replies to Ricky, and he's like, yeah, exactly. And also, the proof that it's satire is that these people are doing, the people complaining about me, the people complaining that I say this are just proving the point, right? So and they're just, he agrees, yes, it is satire, and see, here's proof that what I'm saying is literally true and not a joke. So yeah, there's
I don't think they know what satire is. I think it's just they think it means comedy, but like a different way of saying it.
Yeah, I don't know. There's as far as I'm concerned, there's no defending it. The it's satire defense doesn't make any sense. It falls apart immediately if you think about it. It's just cope. This Nazi is popular and they just want to be his friend. That's literally it. That's literally all there is to it. And it's disgusting. It's really disgusting. People you might think would know better. Like, I didn't like Vito. I didn't think of him as a Nazi, but like, he's just super pro Stone Toss. So like, what am I to make of this? Trixie, you would think, sucks, but not a Nazi. But she really wants a flirk. She really wants a Stone Toss NFT. So I don't like it. I really don't like it.
I'm not surprised in the slightest, but yeah, it sucks as well.
Yeah, it's particularly obnoxious, even more so than usual. Yeah. Next voicemail?
Yep.
Okay. Next one is called Real Fast Talking About 50s, 60s Anime History and Based Tezuka. 3, 2, 1, go.
I'm very behind on the podcast, but your conversation from like a month ago about 60s anime reminded me of a really cool part of anime history. So there's a huge influx of foreign films in Japan after World War II through the end of the 1950s, bolstered by the backlog of films that didn't make it over previously due to the war. Many of these were Disney classics, and they set the expectation for what animation should be in Japan, but made it hard for domestic animation to compete. That's part of why Tezuka was so important, because while Toei was trying to be the Disney of Japan, like with the film Gib watched, Tezuka pioneered the opposite approach and found every single shortcut you could possibly take to make it feasible to produce a weekly TV series like Astro Boy, which set the stage for TV anime in general going forward. Director Gisaburo Sugi criticized him for taking so many shortcuts by telling him that it wasn't even animation, to which Tezuka literally responded, "Yeah, it's not animation, it's anime."
I knew this.
Did he coin the phrase anime? Like to shorten it because it's not fully animation?
I don't know. Maybe.
Or is that literally just the word that he had for it? I don't know. That's interesting.
Yeah. That's a good question.
It's kind of like Tezuka was the Hanna-Barbera. Or the fucking the less animated shows of like Top Cat and Yogi Bear that reused backgrounds and were very cheap to make.
Yeah.
That completely contrasted with the Disney stuff and the Tom and Jerry to an extent, which were doing a lot more lavish on ones and stuff like that.
I've said before that Tezuka's big innovation was like, yeah, we want to make animation, but like how can we make the most animation the cheapest we possibly can? How can we do it what's the easiest way we can do it? And it worked. And I mean that's cool. That's cool and valid, and I respect it.
I've always wanted to go and read all of Tezuka's manga. There's a lot of it.
But there's so much. There's so much. Yeah.
I've gotten through quite a bit of Astro Boy, which is really good, really fun to read. Very expressive and like cutesy, but also like subject matter does not match the cutesiness of it whatsoever. So it's great.
I have not read any Tezuka. I don't think I've seen any of his stuff.
He's great at like setting a panel up, like filling a panel with interesting bits and comedy stuff.
Yeah,
he's what you might call a mangaka.
Whoa, really? In this day and age? Well, of the 60s? Yeah. I see. All right, next voicemail is Preeti Patel. 3, 2, 1, go.
How much longer do you think the PCP is going to last?
Well, I see no reason why it can't continue indefinitely in its current state.
It'll end when I'm dead and buried, unless Ben decides to continue it alone.
I would I would hope I wouldn't have to continue it alone. I probably would continue it alone if I had to. I would just make it the Ben podcast.
That's why I live. That's why I stay alive.
Yeah,
so
to prevent that. Yeah, I think I would.
My one reason.
Yeah, I mean that's my answer. I'm not stopping. Why would I stop? Yes. You can't fucking stop me. I know you all want to. You're all just listening to the day where I finally give up, but it's not happening. Next voice.
Got a pace spin.
Yeah. Let me just try and do. Have you considered changing the episode release frequency? It feels like you're struggling to come up with stuff to talk about every week. Yeah, I've considered it, but like we still talk for like 2 hours a week, so like we're not that thin.
People complain about mere 2-hour podcasts. They want the 4 hours. They want the 5 hours.
Yeah. I think
it's not that easy to do all the time. I think it's just like it's been a run of a few weeks of us not having much to talk about, mostly because for me, on my side, is that I'm hard working on a single thing that I can't talk about.
Yeah,
so much of my time is devoted to that.
It's the same for me. Yeah, I think I am in a bit of a spell where I am not doing very much. other than that, and yet we still talk for hours a week about it. I think that if I have thought about it, like in theory, it's like, is there really that much to talk about? Do we really have to do it for every week? But in practice, I think if we did it, bi-weekly, I think there would just be less podcast. Like, I don't think it would be like more densely populated with, I don't know, ideas or whatever. I think there would just be less of it. So I mean, if that's what you want, is that what you want? You sick fuck. Yeah, I don't know.
Yes.
Next one is an image. What do we got? Okay.
We got Gibcore. And I'm looking, we got Batman and Spider-Man. We got Berserk. We got the red and blue Pokemon manga, I assume. That's what that is?
I'm not sure
One Piece.
I'm not sure which one that is.
The Pokemon Adventures manga, which I've talked about loving before. I think that's what that is.
That's different. The one that I read was the one that's like Pikachu Boogaloo. This is a different one. The one that I had was the one with like a really monstrous Pokemon, which is awesome.
Yeah, this one it came out with the game before the anime, before Ash Ketchum or anything. So the character's name is Red.
Is this the one?
His rival is Blue.
Is there a Clefairy?
Sure. They're in Pokemon.
Okay, it's just I feel like there was an early manga. Because like Clefairy was going to be the starter at some point in development, and then they changed it to Pikachu. And like I think I read that there was some early manga that still has like a prominent Clefairy.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay.
But the one I read was like his main boy was Poliwhirl, and he got a Pikachu at some point.
I think that is the one I'm thinking of. Okay, so yeah, I think it. Yeah, okay, I understand. All right, I understand. All right,
and we got One Piece. We got Vriska from Homestuck. We got
not
Dragon
Homestuck,
Ball.
just Vriska.
Just Vriska. We got Dark Cloud. We got Scott Pilgrim, and we got Adventure Time. And I would like to say that this is exactly right. This is all Gibcore. I have not made this image. Somebody just remembers things I have said I liked and put them in a thing. True. Absolutely true. Very true indeed.
Good job.
I love all of this. Batman and Spider-Man.
I don't even remember
I must have talked about this.
Ever talking about those guys. I know who they are.
Batman, I think I may have talked about it, because I got into... I rewatched it sort of recently. It's like a little animated show on YouTube with Batman and Spider-Man, and they're just sort of like, oh, what are we gonna do, Batman? I come over the house, we're best friends. It's like silly. They befriend a pumpkin, and it's just a pumpkin, but it actually is a person. It gets turned into... There's a whole lot of Adventure Time-esque shenanigans that grow. Like, every stupid thing that happens in every episode stays as a thing that is canon to the world, and then it sort of builds over time as to things that can exist in this world, portals that open up to different places, or places that exist that they can go back to and things can come from. It's great. Go watch the entirety of Batman and Spider-Man.
I didn't know.
It's all on YouTube.
I didn't know that it had continuity, Lamau.
Yeah, it's really good.
I wouldn't have put. I know you like Berserk. I wouldn't have picked it as a Gibcore thing.
Well, it's my edgy side.
Oh yeah.
It's the, I love Berserk. Almost more than One Piece, I think.
Fair.
I mean, I've read the entirety of it. And I will read any new parts drawn by the assistants of Kentaro Miura.
I wouldn't have picked Scott Pilgrim for you. I don't remember you talking that much about Scott Pilgrim or Adventure Time, for that matter.
I mean, maybe they guessed, but it's very true. I love Scott Pilgrim. I have the little black and white comic
Oh,
on my shelf.
I always wanted to get the physical books. I never got them. Maybe I should at some point when I have a nicer room to put books in. Next one is called Just Jackin' It. 3, 2, 1, go.
Hey, Ben. Have you ever, or I guess Gib too, have y'all ever tried semen retention?
No. No. Next question. What does that mean? Just not coming?
Yeah, is that no nut?
I feel like it might be semen retention.
Like a way to like minimize ejaculation.
Okay, it is the practice of avoiding ejaculation. So it's just no fap. Or you can learn how to orgasm without ejaculating. Oh.
Why?
That sounds awful.
I mean, there's less mess, I suppose, but like that seems like a weird thing to do to your body.
I found an article on Healthline about semen retention, and it's like, okay, what are the purported benefits? And then it gives a list of mental, physical, and spiritual benefits.
Oh.
Thanks, healthline.com. And then the very next one, is there any research to support this? It's complicated. It's a complicated, multifaceted topic, and research is lacking. Not having enough research doesn't mean all claims are false, though. So, like, just because we don't know that it does any of these things doesn't mean that it necessarily doesn't give spiritual benefits.
Yeah, lack of evidence isn't
It's not
proof.
evidence of lack. Yeah.
That's dumb.
Awesome.
Healthline.com, what the
Thanks,
fuck?
Healthline. Someone, you should be ashamed of yourself. Next voicemail is called Hot Take. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ben, I got a hot take for you.
Go on.
It's bad to say the N word.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have said it that one time, and all those other times also. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm being. What, you're gonna cancel me? So now I'm being canceled? What about my free speech? I'm being censored. I'm being censored by the woke mob. Tucker Carlson, please save me. Please have me on your show. Just because I'm white. They hate me just because I'm white. And I said the N-word. But just because I'm white, they don't like me anymore, and that's racism.
I go around to the high school and I say to the children, I'm okay. I'm cool. I'm on a podcast. What are you doing? I can't be cancelled. I can't be in the wrong. Because I got a podcast. I got a comic. I got things. I'm better than you at everything.
All I'm saying is that this voicemail telling me that it's bad to say the N-word just because I'm white is the real racism. And something must be done. We need a solution. A final solution for people like this.
No.
For people
Not
like
again,
this
Ben.
This Antifa thug that sent me this voice, that threatened my life implicitly with this voicemail. Because I know that they would kill me in a second. They would Rosenbaum my ass. They would pull a knife on me and then pull a gun on me and start killing me in the middle of the street just because I showed up to a place of business to defend a place of business with my legally acquired firearm. And that's fucked up. Okay.
I think we're mixing things. But yes,
yes,
we're sorry.
Lost the plot. Next voicemail is another fucking external link. So let's go see it. Okay, it's called
Asking the Real Questions.
Yes. 3, 2, 1, go.
Everybody asks, how can you have a Radcon without Conrad? But nobody asks, how can you have a Pro Crastinators podcast without Nate?
Oh,
true.
That's a real Dunk.
Did you know that Pro Crastinators is actually Nate Bestman spelled backwards? Think about it.
I will not, and I will just assume you're correct.
I'd rather not. It's better this way. Next voicemail is called Infinite Jest and Orville the Duck. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, two things. One, Ben, you mentioned how reading Infinite Jest for you was a annoying experience because you have to keep looking at the full notes. I argue that the Procrastinators podcast is the Infinite Jest of podcasts because you're always mentioning some drama from 100 episodes back, or some episode from Golden Girls, or something in the description or the comments, and it's an active listening experience. Second, give your British. I just found out about Orville the Duck, and they were talking about puppets in the last episode. What the fuck's up with Orville the Duck? Why does the duck have depression? And why does the duck want to kill himself so much? And why does it wear diapers? It's a baby. Why does the baby have depression? It's like Garfield. Why does Garfield hate Mondays? He doesn't have to work. Why does a baby wants to put a bullet in his head so fucking much? It's a baby. It has no... Why do people hate Orville so much? What is up?
Are you familiar with Orville the Duck?
I think I have seen...
This does not ring a bell.
I've seen him before, but I don't think it was... I think it was on the internet. It's like, look at this fucked up duck.
Oh,
this guy's fucked.
Keith Harris, dead at 67, ventriloquist who gave the world Orville the Duck, dies of cancer. I guess he's a depressed...
Yeah, he's an English ventriloquist.
Baby duck. Yeah, he does have a big diaper. I bet he could fit a lot of doo-doo in that diaper. Just think about it. Just think of all the possibilities. That's a big-ass diaper. A high capacity.
And
a lot of duck
it's
doo-doo.
Doubly fucked, because Keith Harris puts his hand up there.
Oh, yeah.
All day.
Oh, God. You can't do that with an underage dummy. They're not old enough to consent to be puppeted.
I've never heard of Orville the Duck in a like as an English thing. I thought it was something else.
I've heard the name, but I've never seen him before. So I don't know what the fuck is up with this.
Cuddles the monkey.
Bubbles?
This is the other puppet. Cuddles the monkey.
Cuddles.
Let me Google that.
Okay.
There's no images on Wikipedia.
Cuddles the monkey. Okay, it's the same dude, different character. Was it Keith Harris?
Yeah.
I've never heard of Keith Harris. Is he any relation to Kamala?
Yes.
Yes.
Man, ventriloquists are strange.
It is strange.
That duck is so weird. He's got like a huge head, these puffy cheeks. Real dump
ass. Of a duck. Dump ass.
Real dump.
To that dump truck baby ass. Imagine twerking with an ass like that, with a huge diaper full of huge duck doo-doo. just think about it.
I don't want to think about it.
Just keep thinking. Picture it, imagine it. Clear your mind of all thoughts, all sensation. Breathe in.
I can't. There's
breathe
the duck
out.
there.
Focus on your breathing, and then if something, your mind is like a still pool of water. If any thought disturbs it, take that thought and throw it away. Pluck it out and throw it out of your mind. Your mind is still. Focus on your breathing. Now, imagine Orville the Duck's huge dump truck ass, his diaper overflowing with liquid duck shit. Just doing the
Now that's what you call slop.
The Among Us, doing the Among Us twerk animation. We brought it back to slop. We brought it back to slop in the final inning. Okay, meditation over. Back to reality. When I snap my fingers, you will come back to reality and stop imagining the duck butt. Oh, but I can't. Oh, but I didn't snap him. I'm not gonna snap them. Fuck
Oh
you.
no.
Fuck you.
It's just on loop.
You're trapped. You're trapped. Trapped in the mind dungeon. Next voicemail is called.
Wait, hang on.
Okay.
Hang on.
You gotta get back to the old speed pipe.
I just gotta put the thing on there. There we go.
What?
It's the Among Us twerk.
Oh yes,
twerk
that's
gif.
that's the one. That's the one. Next voicemail is called. Oh man, look at him go. Woo! Next voicemail is called Member GRPJ. You know,
I do.
Well, you know what? No, I'll answer this. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Do you both have green screens? Because if you both have green screens, you guys could record an episode of GRPG, a good reason to play JRPG. I'm sure a lot of people favored ever PCP content.
You know,
well, thank you.
You know, funny. I guess two people with green screens could do it, record themselves separately, and then pretend they were in the same room.
Yeah, I
actually did just randomly decide to rewatch or listen to in the background the Lisa GRPJ that I was on that we did at RadCon 2. That was a pretty good video. I guess the one thing that I spend most of the time, I take every opportunity that I can to just gush about how much I love the story. We tried breaking down the topics into, like, we talk about the graphics, we talk about the gameplay, we talk about the story, but I keep coming back to how much I love Brad as a character and just the arc. And I can't resist. I can't help myself, but just keep going back to that well. I mean, it is really good. It was a great game. It's a pretty good video. That's a good video. Check that out on the Hypocrite channel if you haven't seen it, viewers.
Go check out all of my gaming reviewer backlog if you've never heard of that somehow.
Imagine being like someone who found the PCP in like 2020 and like has never heard of Hypocrite.
That, I mean, it's not that unlikely. Hypocrite
there might be
was
a
never
few
like super popular, except for a few videos that got like hundreds of thousands of views, which is pretty epic.
Yeah. The old I don't know, I feel like there's not that many like new PCP heads. Might be a handful though.
There's definitely a few.
Yeah. Okay, next one. I think this is the last one. Is NNN Week 0. 3, 2, 1, go.
Damn it. I'm sorry, everyone. I feel like I let you all down. I thought I was free of temptation, but then Nate made an announcement in the Pod Discord, and I was back in. I feel so ashamed and embarrassed.
No!
Oh
I don't
no!
think I can live anymore.
You
Goodbye.
were so close.
No, Nate. Yes, watch.
No! It was so close.
I can't
You
believe it.
only had 2 days left. This is why. This is
I have
why
to carry the torch.
You couldn't. This is why you shouldn't have ended the podcast. This is why you were. This is why for
you don't
almost
understand.
a year. This is why for almost a year you pretended that the podcast wasn't canceled. It was so that this guy wouldn't kill himself during No Nate November this month.
I did the ultimate No Nate November and cancelled the podcast.
Yeah, true. From now on,
I was sticking too hard to it.
You were like, man, No Nate November has so many physical, mental, and spiritual benefits. Why don't I do this all year long? It's the only way. The only solution.
The only way.
No more podcast.
Pull that plug.
Yeah.
Gotta shoot that bridge.
Pull that trigger. Yeah. You know, death is the ultimate No Nate November. When do you think about it?
You'll never see Nate again. You'll never see anything again.
No more Nate. Okay. That's all the voicemails. Yeah, that's it. We did it.
Hooray. I will briefly mention that my secret project is, I mentioned on Twitter, weeks away. So maybe second or third week of December, it should be something I can say, hey, look at this.
Wow, really?
I definitely want it. I definitely want it out before the end of the year, and I think it's possible.
I wish I could say that Phantom's Revenge was 2 weeks away, but it's probably not.
I don't know how close you are, but you have been talking occasionally about like, oh, it's gonna take longer than I thought.
I always feel it has felt like it's been almost done for like 8 months. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I might be wrong as well, but hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Fuck.
Yeah,
and then I can finally stop pretending not to know what it is.
Yes.
I have seen very little of it, so it's mostly theoretical in my mind. I've seen a little bit. But yeah. That's very hype. That's very exciting. I can't wait. Looking forward to it. Send us a message at speakpipe.com/PCP voicemail if you want to potentially ascend to the voice Grail or get thrown in voice jail, depending on how well you perform. And patron us. Give us money at patreon.com/the Pro Crastinators. Not for any reason, just because it's the right thing to do.
Yes.
Anything else?
Nope.
I think that's it. And you know what? I'm in good time. I'm in good time to make it over to cook my Brussels sprouts. Yeah. Got time to spare. Okay. See you next week, everybody. Thanks for listening, and stay out of trouble. Bye.
Bye. You can stay in trouble. Don't worry about Ben.